Good day all. Today I am going to teach you the first lesson of your supplementary reader, Moments, The Lost Child by Mulk Raj Anand. Now, Mulk Raj Anand is a very famous author who writes usually stories for children. His stories are very interesting and also readable by even small children. Okay, The Lost Child. Now, what do you mean by lost? Something which you cannot find, something which was very dear to you and it is lost. Opposite of found is lost. Now, who is lost here? A child is lost. How? There was an exhibition at the end of a village and a small child wanted to go to that particular exhibition to enjoy the colorful things out there. Now, the parents also take the child to the exhibition. Since it was a village, the roads of the village were not that proper. They had to walk for a long distance, travel by bullock carts for a little distance, and again walk further on. The child was very naughty. He wanted to explore everything around him. And the father seemed like a tyrant. Tyrant means a cruel ruler who was going on opposing rules, saying, don't stand there, don't sit here, don't move that fast, walk slow. Why are you walking this slow? He was asking so many questions to the child. The child, as a child, never bothered about all these things. He wanted to enjoy every bit of his journey towards the exhibition and also his journey inside the exhibition. So when they were going towards it, they enjoyed every bit of it. There was a small garden when they were walking beside. They thought to rest out there for having their lunch. The child was not at all quiet there too. He wanted to go and count the butterflies around him. He was running around the butterflies and also the colorful flowers in the garden out there. The mother was worried because the father was an angry person. She somehow made him to sit in a place, have their lunch, and again they started to move towards the exhibition. Once the exhibition started, there were many stalls, and I think many of you know the stall starts with small toys where the children get attracted towards it. Now, as a child, he was already fascinated by so many things around him. So he started to run this way and that way to get those toys and get a glimpse of it, touch them and play them. He was begging his parents to buy it for him. Every time he showed a shop and asked for it, the parent used to say no. And the father was so angry at the child because every time he sees a toy, he was asking for it. Now, he reaches a flower shop where the gulmohar flowers were knitted. He asked for the garland. The father said no. There were sweet burfis which he loved a lot. He asked his father. The father said no. So the child understood whatever he is going to ask, they are going to say no. So he was enjoying it, left their hands and started to walk by himself in the front, seeing each and everything like the snake charmer, like the circles around, the plays which were placed. He was enjoying every single thing around him, forgetting that he has left his parents far behind and he was walking all alone in the front. When suddenly he sees something which is very sweet, he wanted to buy something. He found the sweet smells and he could not resist himself. He turned back to ask, at least buy me this, and he was shocked to see that his parents were nowhere. He started to run thither and hither. He started to run to and fro, but he could not find his parents anywhere. Now he understood he was lost. He started to cry loudly. His voice was going at the pitch, but no one could hear him in that hustle and bustle of the exhibition. He went into the crowd of a temple where they were praying to God, singing songs. He started to stand there and cry. There was a tall man who was standing there, observed this boy crying for a long time. He lifted him up and asked, "Who are you? Whom are you searching for such a long time? Why are you crying like this? The boy's voice was choked. He was crying for such a long time. He could not reply for anything. The man carried him to each and every shop where the boy had stood and asked for his parents. He asked, "Tell me, what do you want? I'll buy and give you. You take it, then we'll go and search for your parents." But the child didn't want anything, but he wanted his parents. Now tell me, the things which he wanted to buy, which he was craving for it, but now nothing seemed interesting to him. Why? Because in front of your parents' love, all these seem zero, right? So over here, he didn't want any of these things. He wanted his parents right now. So the child was crying. He was going on crying so high. The man was worried that people shouldn't mistake him, that he was kidnapping the child. So he was telling him not to cry, not to be so rude to himself, not to worry himself. He promised him that he will take him back to his parents. But the child was not ready to stop his tears because afraid now. It was going dark. He was afraid that he has lost his parents. He couldn't see them. He will not be able to see them. Now, the end of the lesson was incomplete. We don't know if the man took the child to the parents or took him to the police station or took him to his house to take care of him. But this lesson actually tells you many things. 1. Value your parents when they are with you. Listen to them. If they say no, there's a reason behind it. Never leave their hands when they are standing with you. Never get lost in exhibition or in your life when your parents want to catch hold of your hands. The lost child is a lesson which tells us that be with your parents, listen to your parents, love your parents, and value them. That's what I learned from this lesson. Hope you loved the lesson. Go through it in your textbooks and you will enjoy it even more. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.